As an iconic and enduring part of British pop culture, the Daleks have appeared in a lot of different forms of media outside of Doctor Who. Adverts for cigars, Lego movies about Batman, even EastEnders. There have also been quite a few comedy sketches featuring Daleks over the years, which vary dramatically in terms of tone, content and quality. One of the most infamous sketches featuring Daleks, which we'll be taking a look at today, is Spike Milligan's Pakistani Dalek sketch. I'm not going to pull any punches here, this sketch is painful to watch. The basic setup of the sketch has some merit. A housewife sets the table waiting for her husband to return from work, and the door swings open to reveal that the husband is a Dalek. Not a bad setup for a comedy sketch, even if it is a bit basic. The jokes write themselves, for the most part it's exactly what you'd expect.
How's Mr. Banerjee?
He's not very well.
Why?
I exterminated him.
But there was one line that got a laugh out of me. The Dalek dealing with commuters on the tube by simply exterminating them. Not exactly the most groundbreaking comedy you've ever heard, but the Dalek's line delivery is what sells it.
Well, how did you get on then?
I exterminated.
But let's address the elephant in the room here. As the name suggests, this isn't just a Dalek, this is a Pakistani Dalek. So how does comedic genius Spike Milligan signify to us that this Dalek is from Pakistan? Well, by placing a crudely wrapped turban on its dome and having it be obsessed with curry, of course. Wow, truly the pinnacle of comedy. I'm splitting my sides.
I am hilarious. I am the funniest thing in the whole wide world.
The big question I have is, why? The sketch already had a decent setup, a Dalek being the breadwinner of an otherwise normal-looking 70s-era British household, even having an adorable little juvenile Dalek who exterminates his homework. So why add the racist element? It's uncouth, churlish, and puerile.
Put him in the curry.
It spoils what could have been a fun sketch with unkind, tone-deaf stupidity. The strangest part is that, even to this day, I still see people defending this sketch. Oddly enough, one of the most prominent defences I've seen of this is that Spike Milligan was born in India. People seem to genuinely use this point to defend his actions. To which I say, India and Pakistan are two different countries. Anyone who uses the fact that Spike Milligan was born in India to try to defend this racist sketch needs to seriously review their knowledge of history and geography, or at the very least watch the 13th Doctor story Demons of the Punjab, for goodness sake. Another pitiful defence of this sketch that I've seen, primarily from people who lived through the 70s, is, it was a different time. Stay triggered, snowflakes. Which is ironic considering how many people of a similar demographic seem to be triggered by my Dalek pronouns video. Or the classic, people can't take a joke these days. The basic gist of this argument being that we should focus on the comedy, not the fact that the skit is blatantly racist. To which I say, Spike Milligan had a wealth of comedic potential from the idea of a Dalek interacting with a contemporary British household, and this is the best he could come up with?
Somebody's exterminated Granny!
Yes, put her in the curry as well.
And in case it isn't clear already, yes, I do find this sketch to be offensive. It goes without saying that the racist elements are dire.
Now you know what's wrong with the country!
But what really offends me about this sketch is that it clearly illustrates the fact that the creators didn't have any faith in their own concept. They didn't believe that a simple sketch about Daleks was funny enough, so they felt the need to add a pointless derogatory element rather than letting Dalek comedy speak for itself. It's a shame. There's some great physical comedy here, with the Dalek prop knocking everything over and the housewife being seemingly oblivious, the Dalek blasting anything that moves, even the dog. But as a result of Spike Milligan inserting painfully dated racist humour mocking people from Pakistan into a completely unrelated sketch about Daleks, what could have been a timeless, light-hearted classic of Dalek-related humour instead manifested as an unkind, embarrassing stain on Dalek history. Put that in the curry. What do you think? Are there any other uses of Daleks outside of Doctor Who media that you would like to see me cover in a future video? If you were writing a comedy sketch about Daleks, how would you do it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and remember, be kind.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to
Dalek Bumps.